making raspberry Yule Christmas jam, sourdough discard Pop-Tarts, crackers, sheet pancakes, and thumbprint cookies. Hello, lovelies, and welcome to the Peacock Homestead. If you're new here, my name is Elizabeth from thepeacockhomestead.com. And today we are making a few things, and I kind of crammed it all into 19 minutes, but I did the best I could. This is that beautiful raspberry Yule Christmas jam. It turned out wonderful. So I'm going to be putting all my recipes in my blog, and you can just type whatever recipe you would like to look up in the search bar, and it'll pop right up. This is all compact into one blog, so look how beautiful these turned out. In this recipe, I have 4 cups of frozen raspberries, 2 cups of frozen cranberries, 1 cup of frozen blueberries, or you can use fresh. And then I have 6 cups of sugar, a half a cup of lemon juice, and 20 ounces of water. And I processed these for around 15 to 20 minutes in my steam canner, and they turned out beautiful. And we are going to be making some thumbprint jam cookies with this, as well as some Pop-Tarts and whatever else I can think of. So I'm thinking maybe I will do like a little sourdough discard pancake, like a sheet pancake, which we're going to be doing today, but with blueberries. You could actually swirl that in and it'd be so amazing. So I believe I got 4 or 5 jars, 3 pints and 2 half pints. And look how beautiful these raspberry Pop-Tarts turned out. They were so amazing. They're hubby's favorite, and that's what he originally asked for, but the first time he asked for the Pop-Tarts, I only had blueberry jam, and I was aiming for raspberry, so I decided to make this jam just for these Pop-Tarts. Hi, Jackie. My Jackie is helping me, of course. He always loves to help Mama. And here we are. We have the dough ready for these thumbprint jam cookies, so they are going to be so amazing. And we're going to roll these into little balls and do the best we can to make like a little a bowl, like a little mini bowl or a little mini cup. And then we're going to put about a tablespoon of jam in these, and they're going to be so delicious. So for the cookie recipe, you are going to need 1 egg, a half a teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 stick of butter, 2½ cups of all-purpose flour, 1/4 cup of your sourdough discard, 1/2 a teaspoon of sea salt, and 3/4 cups of sugar. And you're going to mix that till it all comes together. And then you're going to preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And we are going to fill these with the jam and bake them for 15 minutes. And I'm going to be using just like a half of a pint of this raspberry Yule Christmas jam. And I don't even think I used all of it. But you just need enough to fill these cookies. And they were so wonderful. These are my favorite cookies in the universe. These are also wonderful when you can give them as Christmas gifts or birthday gifts. Can bring them to all of your Christmas or Yule parties. And you can store them in the freezer, but I would suggest putting parchment paper in between because of the jam. But they're perfect to pop out of your freezer and use them for any occasion. So that is really awesome about these. They're universal. You can put different jams in them, and they're just super cute too. And I love making stuff from scratch because it helps when you're on a budget. I know people think that making stuff from scratch is more expensive, but with doing some math, it's actually cheaper and more affordable in the long run. I've saved actually a lot of money canning my own preserves and just canning my own food for quick and easy meals. And it's healthier for you, and it saves you money, and it helps out when you buy sales. So say I'm going to the store and I want to buy some meat. I would go early in the morning to look for the sales. And especially when the produce is in season as well, it's usually at a lower price. So it's good to buy that up and then preserve it for future meals. That helps with saving money too. So when you're on a budget, this is a good idea for gift giving, these cookies and the jam, and that helps when you're on a budget. And just doing all your breads and your cookies and try to make many things from scratch. Like, for instance, I have this vinegar, so you guys are going to think this is a crazy flavor, but it's banana mint, and it actually smells so good. I use this for cleaning. I use this for my hair rinse. It's like a conditioner. It like pulls all the build up from your hair from all the other conditioners and stuff, and it pulls it right off, and it gives your hair such a beautiful shine. It is awesome, and it smells good too. But right now I am going to be giving this a stir. So what you do is you stir it once a day for around 2 weeks, and all of those herbs and whatever fruit you're using will fall to the bottom. And you see how it's bubbly there? That means it's doing its magic. So that means it's going to be fermenting and making me a beautiful vinegar. So that's going to be sitting there for at least 4 to 6 weeks. So I'm going to be letting the air get to it. I have a little cloth that goes over it, and it looks like a crazy science experiment because it is. And this is my awesome peach vinegar, so I'm going to be using that for the same things as well. I'll be using that for also salad dressings and whatnot. And I wanted to show you guys my apple scrap vinegar. I'm finally going to strain that, and I saw something really cool in it, so it formed the mother on top. So this is what a mother looks like. It's just a colony of bacteria, good bacteria, but it looks like something out of a weird science fiction film. But you're going to want to keep that so you can use it as a starter to make your new vinegars. So I'm going to strain this all out, and I'm going to put it back in my gallon glass jar, and I'm just going to put a little piece of parchment paper over it because you don't want the vinegar touching the metal. It'll corrode it and make it rust. So that's just how to make it safe when you store it. And I'm going to be probably using this for cleaners as well, and when I make my homemade salad dressings. And we're going to be storing that right on the shelf behind me. When I do all my baking and stuff, I can just check it. But I thought that was really awesome to show you that apple scrap vinegar made such a wonderful mother. It was really neat. Here is my fire cider. I am so excited for that. I had put some regular radishes in it because I couldn't find any horseradish at my store. So I think that'll be just as good. So, and I put some dehydrated orange peels, and the radishes made it a beautiful orange color. On this day, I made some chicken bone broth too, so I could stock up for the winter months when on the days that I don't feel like making a chicken stock from scratch all day, I could just have it on my shelf. And when we're feeling under the weather, we can make some chicken soup or chicken pot pie. I like just warming it up and drinking it sometimes when I'm feeling really sick and I can't eat anything at all. It saves me, and it helps you feel so much better. It like brings you back to life. It's amazing. And now we are going to make these wonderful sourdough sheet pancakes. So this is a pretty versatile recipe as well. You can put any kind of fruit in it that you want. It would be super delicious with raspberries, blackberries, strawberries. But I chose blueberries because I had a little bit of that in my freezer. And I'm going to have my recipe on my blog, thepeacockhomestead.com. All of my recipes are going to be on there for you for reference. And for this recipe, you're going to need 100 grams of sourdough discard, 200 grams of all-purpose flour, 200 grams of milk, 50 grams of melted butter, and then you're going to need 40 grams of sugar, 1 egg, 8 grams of baking powder, 5 grams of vanilla extract, and a half a cup of the berries that you prefer. And I'm using blueberries today. And you're going to preheat your oven to 430 degrees. And you're going to cook this for 20 to 30 minutes. Or until a toothpick can go through it clean. I like to use a toothpick test, because sometimes with these larger pans, it takes forever to cook. So you sometimes have to add like 10-15 minutes more of cook time. Versus the little tin pans, it'll take like literally 20 minutes to cook that. That's why I like using a toothpick. This is a super clever recipe, so you can spend more time with your family and your kids instead of flipping pancakes. That's what I love about it. You can put it in the freezer for a future breakfast or dinner or just a snack. And you can also have time on your hands because you just put it together, pop it in the oven, and then you can get on with your life, you know. It's a super simple, easy recipe too. And anything that I get to use my sourdough discard in is a plus. super excited to share this one. So this is my recipe for my sourdough discard crackers. And it is super simple. All you're going to need is 1 cup of sourdough discard and 2 teaspoons of melted butter. And then you are going to need around 2 tablespoons of your season of choice. I use taco seasoning because that's what I had. You can use everything bagel spice. You can use anything that you would like. You can make it sweet or savory. And today I'm going to be making it savory. You're going to want to mix your butter and your sourdough discard together, and then you're going to spread it really thin on either parchment paper, and I'm using a silicone mat, which is making it easier because the parchment paper is going to want to fold upwards. So you can use either one, but I'm using that today. I chose that because I thought it would be easier to spread. And you're going to bake that at 350 degrees for 30 to 35 minutes, but I would check it at the 20 to 25 minute mark to see how dark it is. But I like my cracker a little bit darker, and I should have cut it before I put it in the oven or just made little scoring marks, but I am doing it this way. We're going to use a pizza cutter and cut into these, and we're going to enjoy these. These are super delicious. They're so crunchy and addicting. I was eating them for the rest of the night. They're really good, and I can't wait to make crackers another day and try a different flavor like the everything bagel spice. That sounds so good. So I just store these in a little Ziploc container or a little glass container. You can store them right on your table, and you can use a jar if you'd like, and they'll last for about a week. Ours lasted a couple days because they're super delicious. I like to put a lot of spice on there, and they're so crunchy. It kind of tasted a little bit like Parmesan cheese, and I was like, this is taco seasoning. But they're really delicious, and I hope you try these recipes. Thank you all so much for watching. Many blessings, and I'll see you next time.